Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video we have a little bit of news. The Washington football team has announced that they have released 5 players, including former LSU tight end Thaddeus Moss. So we'll talk about that real quickly in today's video, and also give a quick Trey Lance and Justin Fields Pro Day update. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into the video. So like I said, the Washington football team announced that they have released the following players: defensive tackle Caleb Brantley, wide receiver Emmanuel Hall, running back Javon Leake, tight end Thaddeus Moss, and running back Michael Warren. So, not really any breaking news. I mean, Thaddeus Moss was a little bit of news. I mean, I think a lot of people thought he was going to maybe make a little bit of an impact and possibly make the roster. But now, I mean, the only tight ends that I know that we have on the roster, obviously Logan, Thomas, Marcus Baugh, and Hemingway. So, I mean, that's all we have right there. And I mean, only really one of those guys is a, tight end 1, tight end 2, or tight end 3. I mean, Marcus Baugh and Hemingway were practice squad players for parts of last season, so they might not even make the roster. I mean, I think one of them will, but they definitely need to go out in this draft, probably the first 4 rounds, definitely, and at least draft a guy that they can develop that can be a solid pass-catching tight end, and maybe work on an extension with Logan Thomas, because he's done after this year. He's a free agent, so I think they need to get something done. A lot of people were hyped up about Thaddeus Moss because, some draft sites had him projected to be like a 3rd round pick. He ended up being undrafted, missed all of last year with that, foot injury. And well, he had a broken foot and he just didn't recover fully from it. So they put him on IR before the season. And when you're put on IR before the season, you're out for the year. So he really didn't get to do much. There was no, preseason this year. So he really didn't get to showcase anything. And then Caleb Brantley was the other notable name who opted out last year. Really didn't have much of an impact for us the last few years. Was an interior defensive lineman. He'll probably get picked up maybe somewhere, but we have obviously Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Matt Ioannidis, and Tim Settle, so we really don't need any improvement there. Thaddeus Moss, like I said, was hyped up coming out of college, had a solid junior year with LSU, 570 yards and 4 touchdowns, but really didn't really get to showcase his talent, really never made a huge impact. And, good luck to him wherever he goes. He'll probably get, a training camp invite. And then Emmanuel Hall, he was on the roster last year, but tore his Achilles. So he is, he's released. So those are the, nothing big, guys, nothing big, but I think it just shows us that we still need to get a tight end, maybe in free agency, definitely in the draft. I think we should add 2 new tight ends to the room this year, because Logan Thomas is the only guy, obviously, that's going to make the roster that we know of. Hemingway and Bob, maybe one of them, will make the roster. And real quickly, just a quick update. A lot of you guys have been asking about it, but Trey Lance, you guys have been asking for updates on these guys. And, Trey Lance and Justin Fields are scheduled to have one more, pro day / showcase. So I'll read this tweet right here from Chris Mortensen, and he said, North Dakota State quarterback Trey Lance has now scheduled his 2nd pro day for April 19th, which is 10 days before the draft. Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields holds his 2nd pro day Wednesday, April 14th. So next week, there are no private workouts allowed this year, so these are useful showcases. So, these teams are going to get another chance to look at these quarterbacks, and I believe, Washington was at both of these guys' pro days. I know they were at Trey Lance's, and I think Scott Turner might have been at Justin Fields' pro day. So, we'll see. I think if one of them, I don't think they're going to trade up to 4. I would be pretty surprised if they traded in the top 6. But if one of them starts to fall maybe after 6, I think the earliest they would trade up is 7. 7, 8 and 9 are potential spots that they could trade to. After that, we're not going to be trading with Dallas or Philly or the Giants. They're not going to give us a chance to get our quarterback of the future. that's not going to happen. So, I mean, that sweet spot, 7, 8, and 9 are the possibilities. And the Broncos are going to want a quarterback, or might want a quarterback. So, we don't have too many options. But I think, if we could trade to that 8th overall spot, I would be open to it. But I think going all the way up to number 4 is giving up way too many assets, even if you do like Trey Lance or Justin Fields. So let me know in the comments down below who you like better, Trey Lance or Justin Fields. And then also, what are your thoughts on Thaddeus Moss? I thought he had a chance to make the roster this year. Didn't really have huge expectations for him. Definitely thought he was going to be at training camp and have a chance to make the roster. Didn't think there was going to be much more than that, but I was a little bit surprised that they already released him. But nothing major, just, again, shows we need to go get another tight end. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video, and peace.